File this under funny moments that happened during New England town meetings. During Hull's town meeting Monday night, a resident voiced his concern with Article 26, which dealt with a vote to petition the General Court to enact legislation authorizing the design and designation of a place on the municipal tax bills or motor vehicle tax bills, or to mail with such tax bills a separate form, whereby taxpayers may voluntarily check off, donate, and pledge an amount of money which would increase the amount otherwise due, and to establish a Hull Veterans Council Assistance Fund, which would provide support to all Hull veterans and dependents in need, as well as to promote the recognition and observance of patriotic holidays. The resident said he had no objection with the intent of the article. However, he felt in the times we live in, when we're all trying to be a little more environmentally friendly, the additional paperwork involved with using a separate form for this purpose would be a waste, and he suggested town meeting find an alternate way to handle this matter. Though I didn't capture the residents' comments on video, here's how Hull's new town moderator Michael Noose responded.
Striking that thing that says the separate form, just put the checkbox right on the bill.
I'll just note that if an amendment is proposed, such as you perhaps are proposing, we need to have that in motion form and written out. So I could use up some more paper, but if you care to submit that, you can take action on that.
The following night also had moments of levity. A good amount of time during the first part of Hull's town meeting dealt with resident Rhoda Canet, who was trying to find $10,000 from a cross-section of other budgeted items that could be used to fund another account that would enable the town to put trash barrels on the beach. Town manager Phil Lemnios responded that although the need for trash barrels was a good cause, he felt the town's other budgets were already trimmed to their maximum level. Later in the night, Brian McCarthy arose to voice concerns about funding for the Council on Aging, which sparked a somewhat funny exchange between McCarthy, Lemnios, and even Hull's new town moderator, Michael Noose.
Ms. Canet wants barrels on the beach. Somebody said, I think somebody here who did the mathematics, or who has a son at MIT, is very proud. $75 from 40 departments. How about $75 from 40 people? Does that work? I'll put $75 of my own money there if it makes Ms. Canet happy. I'll ask her to put $75 up herself.
So my question would be, why is that money being taken out of the donation account? Does the police chief or the fire chief, or I don't even know if we have a highway department guy anymore, but that's another issue. Why, I mean, do they have a donation account that they pay for their gas? I assume it comes out of their general budget. Can someone clarify that for me?
Thank you, Mr. McCarthy.
Thank you.
Mr. Lemnios, care.
I'll have some more comments also.
We're going to have you give the mic back to, surrender the mic, Mr. McCarthy. Please.
As a matter of fact, you might have noted earlier in the budget, we do have a fuel reserve in place that will rectify that situation. That was a practice, as I understand it, that might have started several years ago in response to the budget crunches that occurred in FY4.
Thank you, Mr. Lemnios. Okay, we have a line item on the table, Council on Aging, $119,257. Mr. McCarthy, you've spoken twice on this already, so this is going to be your last comment. So.
Sure, I guess I'll give my comment.
Please.
There was another issue that I had with the town accountant, either in late 2006 or early 2007. They took $9,000 from the Council on Aging Reserve for Appropriation account, even though documentation was provided for this account stating that these funds can only be used with a town meeting vote. Does anybody remember that? I don't. So basically, someone took $9,000, I assume it would be the town manager and or the finance committee, for that reason. It needed a town meeting vote. It didn't come here. Is that a civil infraction, police chief? Is that a criminal? I don't know.
Thank you, Mr. McCarthy.
And then lastly, also, Bob, are you down there at law? If Phil Lemnios comes into the Council on Aging and starts grabbing the barrels out of the citizen, I want to know.
Thank you, Mr. McCarthy.
Okay. Again, to Mr. McCarthy, I always appreciate his passionate advocacy for the seniors in the community. The $9,000 the town accountant will speak to, and that's really, it was a requirement of the Department of Revenue as the books were closed out, and she can reference the MGL that is necessary for that piece of the discussion. In terms of the barrels, I have no intent of taking the barrels out of the Council on Aging. You know, I think
This is Kathleen
like I said, the
Jeffrey.
community